All right, gotta say, Ashe Paso 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 Una Capa Respect Aquala La Qua. Today we're gonna do the video for New York Week 8. We play the New York Giants. What's up, Las Vegas? Gotta say what's up to the Las Vegas Raiders. What's definitely going down. So let me give you the history of New York. So it begins around 10,000 BC when the first people arrived by 11,000 AD. Two main cultures have become dominant as far as the Iroquoian and the Algonquian. All right. Also, European discovery of New York was led by the Italian Giovanni de Verrazzano in 1524, followed by the first land claim in 1609 by the Dutch. So New York was a port, but it was a port for slaves because they traded slaves as a product. And then, as part of New Netherland, the colony was an import for trade and eventually became an agricultural resource thanks to the patron system. And then it was later in 1662 the Dutch thought they had bought it from the natives in Manhattan, but in all actuality, the Duke of New York, Albany, the brother of King Charles II, owned it. And so that house later became, in the 18th century, part of the 13 colonies, and they're responsible for the American Revolution War, the State Back Congress, the Sons of Liberty, Long Island, the Continental Army, and a few other places. Also, my father is from New York, and my father is from New York, and his mother uh, migrated to New York from Puerto Rico, and so they ended up being immigrants themselves from Puerto Rico in New York. So during the 18th century, after it was purchased by the Dutch or later sold. But we have week 8 with the New York Giants coming up. So let's stay focused. Let's stay prepared. That is the week of AIM. All right. And I've been working with him this week. So that is the history of New York. And then it was later a free town. Well, I'll make another video about that, explaining the importance of Freetown in New York and the South as far as Louisiana and New Orleans. Because one port was free and one port was not before New Orleans. So it was New York and then New Orleans. New Orleans was not the free port, which the Zulu Nation was brought down to the port of New Orleans, while the other existing slaves were brought to New York as immigrants. So that's a little backlash on the history of that. So it all ties into Zulu Nation. So so the first half of my parents were free, and the second half weren't. Something like that. But they were all free, but they were immigrants. So I come from immigrants that migrated later here. But anyway, that's the history of New York. So just stay focused. Tomorrow we have week 8 of the Giants. We just coming off a bye week. So you know how we are during bye weeks. Coming off of bye weeks, we normally tend to lose, but I don't think that's going to happen because the Giants actually do suck this year. Even though they won like one or two games, they have potential to beat us depending on any given Sunday. But we're not gonna let those distractions affect us. Let's go week 8. Let's make it 6-2. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. 6-2, then 7-2. We got New York, and then also we have after New York. Who do we have? All right, so after New York, we got Kansas City. So, and then we have Cincinnati, and then we have Dallas for Thanksgiving on week 12. Week 13, Washington. Week 14, Kansas again. and then Cleveland, Denver, Indiana, and then the Clippers, the Chargers, and then after that is the playoffs. So right now we stand 5-2. If we beat New York, because they won last week, so we should beat them. Then Kansas City been winning. I think they won last week. Not sure. We should beat them too. Cincinnati, don't sleep on the Bengals. We should beat them though. We should get them. And then week 12. So let's try to go. That's 7-6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2. So that'll be 9-2 going into Thanksgiving if all well ends out. So let's see how it works out. So that's the week 8 schedule for week 8 versus the New York Giants. We've had a lot of distractions with Gruden and Henry Ruggs, but let's just stay focused. Carr's got this. Defense is ready. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the Magical Magician. We need 1,000 followers, baby. Let's go.